Okay, greetings, Kiss Nation, and this is going to be a Kiss topic. Today's Kiss topic is going to be about Gene Simmons on Kiss's final shows. You've got to have both dignity and pride to know when it's time to call it quits. Um, this article was posted a few days ago, and I noticed that Almost Human made a video on it today. I didn't watch it yet because I wanted to see, what the article has to say for itself. And so let's hear it. Let's see what the article has to say. During an appearance earlier today on Australia's The Sunday Project, Kiss bassist vocalist Gene Simmons discussed the band's decision to end its career with two back-to-back shows at Madison Square Garden in New York in early December. He said, in part, as transcript. Okay, well, look, at a certain point, Mother Nature takes over no matter what your plans are, and at a certain time, you've got to have the dignity and pride, but also the love and admiration of your fans to know when it's time to call it quits. We've all seen boxers that stay in the ring too long. Certain Kiss fans who stuck with Kiss since the 70s can say the same thing about you, Gene and Paul. They'll say that Gene and Paul have stayed way past their expiration date, where fans like me and Kiss Army Things and Tales of a Kiss Geek, we're kind of lucky that Kiss is still around for us to have seen Kiss. Anyways, alright. We've all seen boxers stay in the ring too long, and we've all seen bands that stay on the stage too long. So I'm still looking pretty damn good, but that's not the point. Sure it is. The point is physical nature of what we do is going to limit how long we do it. And we introduce ourselves with, you wanted the best, you got the best, the hottest band in the world. I don't want to be in one of those bands where the fans just say, oh, you should have been back in 1804 when they were really rocking. Right here, right now, either be a champion or get off the stage. So we're going to quit while the quitting's good, while we're on top, and gratefully, I don't know how to verbalize what an amazing journey it's been, and it's only due to the fans. Without them, I'd be asking the next person in line if they'd like some fries with that. Don't kid yourself. Well, I mean, that's kind of like generic, stereotypical Gene Simmons quotes right there. I've heard him say, in countless other interviews, that if he wasn't, a millionaire with Kiss, basically, he'd be at a fast food joint. I've heard that, like, countless interviews over the years, countless times. It's like, you got anything else you want to add, Gene? But seriously, I mean, like, things that Gene says in interviews, it's kind of like, you pretty much know what Gene's going to say. So it's like nothing new. I think Paul's the same way, but not as predictable as Gene is. So it's kind of like that. Like, Paul can bring some new material to an interview, but Gene, no. Kiss's final run of shows will kick off this September and now include stops in Corondon, Wisconsin, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Cleveland, Ohio, before wrapping up with a massive concert in the city where it all began for Kiss. New York City has been a part of the band's ethos and storyline for more than 4 decades, so they felt it fitting to culminate in an iconic rock Hall of Fame worthy career on stage at New York's famed Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that's another thing that they did. They kind of added some more shows because I think because I heard this from Kiss Army Things, which is a great podcast, by the way. They were saying how the Plymouth UK show got canceled, and they were kind of adding some more shows before they get to Madison Square Garden, which is it sucks that Plymouth got canceled, but and I was talking with Kiss Army Things, um, and I was asking if they ever played in Plymouth before, or if it was kind of like that one show in South America to start the tour up again, where it was like that was like the first time they played at that place, Manus, because they never played at Manus before. So I'm kind of wondering if it was the same way with Plymouth, because I don't wasn't sure if Kiss has ever played in Plymouth before, but And also, what we're not adding on here is like Kiss is returning back to Dubai, where they played on New Year's Eve, which some fans are like it set off a lot of unhappy fans, mostly because they didn't get what they paid for when they were paying for like the high dollared packages. Me, I paid for like the standard package for Dubai, so I wasn't expecting to get like the other extras. But I do understand why a lot of other Kiss fans were pissed off with Landmark. Excuse me. And I do understand why some Kiss fans were pissed off with Landmark, and why they weren't getting what they were getting when they weren't getting what they were paid for. I'd be pissed off too, but just didn't have the money. And I will admit, Dubai didn't allow Kiss to do their full stage gimmicks. Like Gene couldn't do the blood and couldn't do God of Thunder as intended. So it's kind of a toss up. But I will say it's cool for the people at Dubai to actually experience the Kiss show for a second time. So that is kind of cool. Kiss launched its farewell trek in January 2019, but was forced to put it on hold. Okay, so let me just get back to where okay, this is pretty much useless shit at this point. The article that I need to read is over. Okay, so what is my opinion on Gene's interview topic? And I guess I talked about them adding some new dates due to Plymouth being canceled. Um, well, I do think it's cool that they added some new dates, and they're actually planning to go back to Australia because some Australian Kiss fans signed a petition, and somehow the petition got its way back to Gene and Paul, and Kiss is gonna play another run in Australia. So personally, I think that's cool. So if for any Australian Kiss fans who missed them in 2022, you got yourself another chance. Um, so I think it's awesome that Kiss added in some more shows. But as for the interview aspect of the article, that's just Gene Simmons saying some Gene Simmons stuff. I mean, it's pretty much stuff that I've heard him say over the years, but he's saying it again in an article form. So it's like, it's nothing new. Pretty predictable stuff for him to say at this point. Um, Except him saying he's quitting while the quitting's good. I don't believe he said that when the original lineup was supposed to quit. But I do think it's cool. Like I said, they added some more shows, and uh, if anyone plans on going to these other dates we have added, let me know. I would really like to know if anyone plans on going to see Kiss on these final tour dates. Um, that's pretty much all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed this topic. Until next time, I'll see you later. See ya.